$1974. Huh? 1974. Man, there we go. Some of these people have been here since then. Look, they got the mascot. What is up? We're here in Raynham, Massachusetts. I don't know what that is. Is that a flea? I'm guessing it's a flea, right?
Oh, okay.
It's gotta be a flea.
Yeah, he's got extra on, so I was gonna say
it's a flea.
But he doesn't have wings.
We came to see the Raynham Flea. Check out the Raynham Flea Market to see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah.
So it's cold, it's windy, but it's a flea. So let's go. He's cool. Big chunky Santa. This fits $80. Romo Santas.
Oh, really?
Wow. The Skellies.
Scally.
Oh, is that what a Scally?
Yeah.
Scallies. That's what it is. I know it's something like that. I thought it was Scully. So we're up here in Massachusetts checking out an indoor flea market, which is usually indoor flea markets are not the best. And this one in particular is kind of known as being a place you really can't find too much good stuff. But on our trip, we saw some pretty cool things. We saw a lot of crap, don't get me wrong. There was a bunch of crap in there.
It's very much your typical indoor flea market where there's like cell phone accessories and socks.
Lots of knockoffs.
Yeah.
Spider-Mans were everywhere.
Yes.
But there was like 10% of it was some pretty interesting stuff. And a couple of things I was really surprised to see inside here.
Yes.
Which you'll see later in the episode. But, you know, a couple of carded Secret Wars was interesting.
And a Dracula mask.
Yeah, but we will show you an overview of some of the cooler stuff that was in here. I hate to say any flea market is crap, but some of them...
They're not all created equal, but
they're not.
This just goes to show that if you look hard enough and you know what you're looking for, you can find some cool stuff.
And that's why we made this episode, because it just kind of proves that even the flea markets with kind of the worst reputation can hold some hidden treasures.
Yeah, because if you judge this by what we saw when we first walked in, we would have walked right out and not seen any of this.
That's right. So, as you can see here, there's lots of cool stuff. Carded Crystar figures, not common.
Correct.
Not common at all. And some, well, GoBots, you know, whatever. But this booth right here had some really great stuff. I mean, there was some, not so much these.
These you can't give away.
No, those you can't give away.
So
Nobody
never pick these up, because these, they're like a Christmas fruitcake. No, everyone gets them, no one wants them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And this is another no-no.
This is also another.
This is the no-no portion of the episode. That's cute, though.
Yeah. That's a better Kiss product, was that.
That's a cool Nintendo sign, and it's a little gaming area. Now, these, we could not think of the name of it, but these are actually Kurt Adler ornaments.
Ah.
Which are pretty cool. And they're actually pretty expensive if you can find them for cheap.
Now, here's some things. Like this right here, a sealed box of those, super uncommon. I don't know if it's worth $1,000, I'm not sure, but
Never seen them.
Definitely uncommon to see.
Yeah.
Also uncommon piece to see, Japanese R2-D2. I mean, this stuff is in a flea market now.
All the way in the back.
Now, I realize it's not flea market priced, but this stuff is still in a flea market. So if you're a collector and the price seems right on for you for collector prices, then here you go.
There's cool Dimos in the background, too. And these are some G.I. Joes. Jurassic Park. But it just goes to show you there's a lot of variety back here. And sometimes you get somebody that really wants to play to the collector community and will set up a really cool booth.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing, is that you can't judge a book by its cover. Which is, I guess, the whole purpose of this episode.
Yes.
Because there was definitely some...
Or a book by its cover, since we're up in the New England area.
I know, it's quite a lot in this one particular case right here. I mean,
Yeah. This is all still the same booth.
There's knockoff turtles right there. Fighting action turtles. Those were... which are hilarious.
Yeah.
But there is actually a legit Spider-Man in this episode, or it was in one of the booths, which cracked me up. Spider-Man.
Wizard of Oz, amigos.
See, there you go. This is another karate. No, not karate. Fist fighting Robin. That's the second one I found in the last month.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I don't really do Funko Pops, but I love those.
Yeah.
The Huey, Dewey, and Louie from the Trick or Treat cartoon. And this little pupper was there. That's the owner of that shop's puppy that he had brought, and we got to give pets.
Which is always cool.
Yes.
That's great. I wish there'd been the creature from the Black Lagoon one.
Well,
I would have had
obviously.
a heart attack.
Yeah, you would have been shaking
Could you
the
imagine?
case like, let me have it.
Could you imagine seeing a creature one just sitting in there like that? That would have been unbelievable.
You never know.
Well, that's true. You never know.
It's very unlikely, but you never know.
Hey, that's the thrill of the hunt. That's what keeps us going right there, is the chance that you might find something like that.
That's true.
And once in a blue moon, everybody does get lucky.
Yeah. And it's,
You don't know if you don't go.
you never know when it's going to be your day. So you got to go. That's pretty cool. A little alien movie viewer.
Yep, uncommon. There's those Remco action utility belts.
Yeah, those are cool. I've never seen those two.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen those around, but they're always
nice
neat
shape.
to see. Unused Jetfire.
Nice.
See? Now, keep in mind, this stuff is in a flea market.
Yeah. The Kenner alien, which is an awesome toy. Of course, the alien costume next to it. That's so awesome to see. That displays so beautifully.
The alien?
Yeah.
I remember finding one of those at the flea market for $25. Yep.
Crazy.
No, I don't know about the pricing on this, but it is what it is.
Yes.
I'm not going to comment on that. I'll let you guys leave the comments down in the comment box.
You know how to do your research.
Yeah.
There's another no-no board in the back. At Gangster Avenue, according to the sign. You're going to see a lot of funny signs here, guys.
That's for sure. Definitely some funny stuff.
Yes. That's an understatement. But there's a lot of wrestling stuff in this particular booth.
Yeah, some areas have like a pocket for like mega wrestling fans. Up north is one of them. I know Ohio is like mega into wrestling. Like if you go to Toy-Hio, it's like that is like the ultimate wrestling.
They have a lot of wrestling guests there as well.
Yeah. Some modern monsters. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a great sculpt.
I love that Frankenstein.
That's a great mask. Some more wrestling figures.
Some classics. Now again, I know I've said it before, but this stuff is in a flea market. So you can...
You can free my baby daddy. Chucky said to.
What a segue.
These old airbrush shops always crack me up. And I guess this is a big problem in Raynham. Or Raynham. What are you guys saying? Didn't realize y'all had issues like that up there.
Yeah, well.
Apparently there's a lot of baby daddies that need out. And there's a airbrusher back there who's willing to help you get the word out about it.
Now, I used to go to this flea market when I was a little kid. And you could find, like, I remember getting, like, Kiss posters here for, like, $3. Like, the original all coin ones, like, 20 years after they were made because they were, like, closed out and in a flea market. And there used to be a poster guy in the corner. And if you could have a time machine and go back in time and buy some of the stuff you used to see, it's like, you'd be rich.
Yes.
So it's interesting to go here so many years later and see what it's like.
How much would you say it's changed?
Oh, 100%. 100%, yeah. I mean, it's nothing like it was when I was a little kid. This is a totally... But then again, the world is different. So,
yes.
Although I think this food court's the same.
Yeah, the food court very much looked like a throwback, which is cool.
I'm pretty sure that's still there, and it's probably the same pizza that's always been made.
Yeah, food does not change up there.
Yeah.
That's one thing I have noticed.
This was cool, a Gala Rambo kite. I had never seen the Rambo one before. It's the first time I've ever seen that, and I look for Gala kites, and I've never seen that one.
That's a cute little vampire.
They don't exist anywhere.
It's crazy.
I believe when it was made, it was a very short run. I have literally searched high and low, and
Every vendor's got the story about the item, and I just listen, smile, and wave. That's
Smile and wave.
My mom taught me that nice matters, so I was raised a certain way. So I smile and wave, even if I know that it's a complete fabricated tale. I still smile and wave. So.
That's cool.
But I like hearing them anyway. There's always the story.
It is always interesting to at least hear them.
But yeah, that costume's not rare at all. But anyway, moving on. I'd never seen this, the Remco electronic guitar. It's the first time I'd ever seen one of those. I didn't know Remco made those.
Oh, yeah. And then Witch up at the top.
So I thought that was interesting. And there was some really cool stuff in this booth.
Yeah, there was a really couple cool things in here.
Yeah.
Creepy Crawlers, the 90s one, which is the one that I played with.
Ah.
So that's cool to see.
A little bit of nostalgia for you.
Yeah. Definitely burnt my hands on those a few times, but all in good fun. That and Dr. Dreadful were like my favorites.
Dr. Dreadful, yeah. Now that's an original up there.
No?
Which again, everything's priced the way it is priced, but still, it's there.
Yeah, and you can look at it in person. You don't have to worry about it getting shipped and broken.
Yeah.
So there are some perks to sometimes paying those eBay prices in a setting like
and
this.
Again, I don't comment on the prices. I let you guys do that down there in the comment box. If stuff is insane, discuss it. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, guys.
Let's talk about it. Ah, yes. Cappuccinos. What is up? We're here at Rhode Island Antiques, and where? Where are we?
Pawtucket.
Pawtucket, Rhode Island, to check out the antique store here. It's a big one, and hopefully we can find some cool classic monsters or some cool classic mid-century retro fun stuff. Let's go take a look inside and see what we can find.
Let's go.
Now this is a Miller Santa, made by Rosbro, but Miller repackaged it and made it into a nightlight.
Oh, that's cute.
So you can find them. They're identical. So whether it's a Miller one or a Rosbro one, it's identical because they're all made by Rosbro. But if it's got the light, it's a Miller one.
Ah.
A little bit of tidbit information.
Now you know.
That tree's the same height as you.
That's true. I like that tree.
Elf-sized.
If it was pink, I would have needed it.
An elf-sized tree for an elf-sized girl.
Aw. That Santa was also pretty much my height.
Yeah, he's great.
It's funny how they had him like just sitting at the table with some friends.
Yep. Dino Mutt.
I'm not familiar with Dino Mutt.
That's a lost character right there, Dino Mutt. There's a Welcome Back Cotter.
I was never into that show. They used to play it on Nick at Night, and it never appealed to me.
Yeah, that's way before your time. That's decades before your time.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not really something you're gonna. I don't think the humor would connect with you.
No, but there's some really cool VHS. Got Creature from the Black Lagoon. Got some cool old 80s horror and before. And E.T.
E.T. I know. Always need stuff. Salty Dog.
Salty Dog.
Yeah, Come Along. It's a great song.
We have a salty dog.
That's called Captain Action card game, and it was I guess a premium for Cool Pops.
Oh.
Which is always cool to see. I love old premiums like that.
That is cool.
And that's the thing that's great about shops like this is you never know what you're going to find. There's always neat things to see and cool stuff, and we love that. We love the little time travel thing. Like that right there just brings back nostalgia for me. That's like the first thing my mom ever collected for me was wind-up toys. So anytime I see them, yeah, it was cool. She'd take me to Child World, and I'd get to pick out one. It was good times.
Good times.
So thanks to my mom for that. Here's a cool pinball machine you don't normally see.
That is a cool one.
Royal Guard.
Oh.
I like that. It's pretty cool. There's some Danzig art for the Danzig fans out there.
Yes, from the back of Black Laden Crown.
Yeah.
And this little Santa had to come home with us. It's really cool that he's still in his packaging with the header card. It's a cool thing to add to the collection.
Yeah, I like the header card.
Yeah,
That's what sold me on him was the header card.
For real. And you were like, should we get this? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, that was you that decided that. As you can see.
Mm-hmm. There's some cool little pinup art on these postcards here.
Some little...
Some of them we couldn't show.
Yep.
But if you're really good at pausing things, you might get more than you bargained for.
Like the fickle finger of fate. Who got the finger?
I could not say that 5 times fast.
Amy, who got the finger?
No.
This was
Hand
cool.
of Terror.
Yeah, this was neat. The Devil's Hand
cool.
poster. There's some great posters in here.
Yeah.
And I love how this guy had shrink wrapped them to the board, but not mounted them. Which back in the day, like, back in the, Kiss Collector days, I used to find posters all the time mounted to those boards, and you can't get it off.
I know.
So it would completely ruin the poster. But now they figured out how to shrink wrap them onto there so they protect them and you can display them, because frames for those size posters are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
So at least it keeps them in good shape and not just sitting there folded up, which is always good.
That's true. Amy says, a timely tip, use zip. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Listen to Amy.
Apparently, I said that. And special and shish kebabs, I guess 60 cents. And then there's nasty trolls. We get comments from them sometimes.
Yep. Squeeze my tummy, I stick out my tongue, and become a nasty troll.
And of course, being up in New England, you're going to see some Boston shirts.
Yeah.
They're a great band, though.
Everybody loves them up there.
How can you not love Boston?
I agree.
They're a great band.
Amazing band. Amazing band. There's some freaky magnets.
Those are cute.
Those are great. Cereal premiums. There's Fang Burger from Burger Chef.
That is awesome.
That's a forgotten mascot right there.
I know.
So when we do our mascot special, maybe
he'll be on it.
Maybe he'll be on there. Looking forward to doing that.
Yes. More about that later.
Ronald McDonald might also be included.
That's possible, too. We know somebody that was a Ronald McDonald. And
we do.
We'll have more information on that soon, too.
Yeah, we do. Classic Star Trek game. That's the Star Trek I love. Yes. I'm a huge fan of the original Star Trek. Not so much the later era stuff, but I do love the originals with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. I love that stuff. This is like an early Ouija board.
Yeah, I was gonna say this looks like some bad news for for some families.
Yeah, the mystic wheel of knowledge.
Yeah, they really like to push the buttons of the universe back then.
I know, always messing around with stuff. Don't play with Ouija boards, kid.
Or the mystic wheel thingy that you find in the antique shop. That's just seems like a really bad idea.
WrestleMania 3. I remember my grandmother owning all of those.
Yeah, she was real into wrestling, right?
She loved wrestling, yeah.
That's too funny.
Always got the pay-per-views, SummerSlam, all that stuff. She was way into wrestling.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's a cool cover.
I love that cover.
That is great.
It's one of my absolute favorites.
That's cool because I had that exact VHS tape. I loved Goosebumps when I was a kid. That's a really loud jacket.
Why is this in the episode?
I just was like, that's so weird. I'm leaving it in. I don't even care. You got some Wreck-Its here.
Yeah. It's crazy to me now when you go to antique stores and there's like Iron Maiden albums and stuff. It's like...
And 8,000 copies of that record.
Yeah,
that's a thing now, though.
Yeah. There's a little subculture for that. This is a great box.
That's great.
Great box art. That's the thing with a lot of the models for me, is the box art. Like, I love the Aurora models and they're always cool, but it's the box that sells it to me. That artwork is just next level.
I know, that's a lost art.
Oh, I say it all the time that it's terrible that they don't use true artists anymore and everything's like AI computer generated artwork. I miss when it was a hand drawn. Yeah, it always just it added so much to it. There's something about that.
I mean, even look at the card art on that. You wouldn't look at it twice otherwise.
Yeah.
It sold a lot of, like, really cheap products. But they're not as, advertising isn't anything what it used to be. And it's kind of sad.
And that's why I like looking at a lot of this stuff. I really enjoy the card art and the boxes. As I've said a million times on the channel, I'm all about the box.
All about the box.
Hound dog.
Hound dog. Somebody needs to feed that hound dog. It's terrible. Italian Americans of Federal Hill.
That's
you know
right.
what? I had some of the best food ever in Federal Hill.
That's right. I took you. Look how cool that is.
That is awesome.
That's amazing.
Like,
that is...
If that toy didn't have that header card, you wouldn't even look at it.
Yeah, but the header card is amazing.
It's everything.
I took you to Federal Hill. So you've had Angelo's. You've had the meatballs and fries from Angelo's.
I don't even eat beef, but I had those.
Caserta's Pizza. Now, Fellini's is on the other side, but Fellini's is fantastic, too. I love that pizza. That's the thin. If you want thin, you go to Fellini's. If you want the thicker one, you go to Caserta's.
Well, I went Fellini's.
So,
you never took me to Fellini's.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
Oh, it must have been that other girl then.
Oh. But at least you took me to Angelo's. Angelo's has some incredible food.
And there's some good cannolis on the hill, too. There really
I thought that place shut down.
Oh. Anyway.
You gotta keep your ladies straight, Dracula.
That was Dracula right there. The Illuminators model.
Wonder how many girlfriends that one has.
Probably not half as many. Anyway, we've
That's
got the
cool.
Starfinder. Muscles. Always cool to see muscle figures. I love those. Just, I loved playing with those when I was a little kid. So that's it. Fun shop. Lots of cool things inside there. And a baddie buy.
You get a baddie buyer first of very many. Cool Hong Kong vintage Santa. He's still in his bag with his original header cards.
He's like the size of a Kiss doll.
Yeah, right?
So like he can like battle your Kiss Save Santa. You can
Kiss
do
Save Santa.
You can do the Kiss Save Santa thing. That'll be fun.
It's cute.
All right, we'll see you soon here. Some more episodes. Classic, searching for classic stuff here on
Dark Ray Dracula.